Hi folks, Greg Marchand here with the TechNet Academy. I wanted to say a few brief words about the current national promotion, the $25 cash back on the gold and platinum AGM CarQuest batteries. And not only do I want to say a few words about that, but I want to give you an idea of how to use this national promotion so that you can grow your total revenue and your gross profit and make that marketing program for your organization something that you can just plug into year after year after year, so you don't have to think too much about it, and it's really effective. So here's the current promotion from November 1st to January 31st. Your consumer can get $25 cash back on the purchase of CarQuest Gold and Platinum AGM batteries. All right, $25 prepaid Visa back to your customer if they fill out the online form. Now, few rules real quick. Limit one purchase per consumer vehicle. Offer valid from November 1st to January 31st, 2018. Offer for CarQuest Gold and Platinum Series batteries installed by you, the TechNet Professional Repair Shop, and they get the cash back in the form of a $25 prepaid Visa gift card. For a complete list of the rules, visit technetprofessional.com and find this promotion. Small change this time in terms of this promotion. You know how you usually get some marketing materials, some posters and whatnot from your advanced driver or your advanced rep, or maybe they're shipped directly to you depending on where you are. It is not going to be automatically sent this time. So you will not automatically get posters in the mail. Now, if you want the posters, you can still attain them. In the meantime, you can get images for your website and your social media from technetprofessional.com if you follow all the links I'll give you before the end of this quick presentation for the national battery promotion. You follow those links and you'll be able to download these things. If you want the posters, we can get those to you. You just have to order them through the material order section, and we'll show you how to do that in just a second as well. The instructions for all of this are located in this real eye-strained slide that you cannot see. But just trust me, I'll give you the links in just a second, okay? Now, what I want you to do with this, like I wanted you to do with the break special we talked about a while back, is I want you to create a get ready for winter, fall-winter special, all right? Many of you do this anyway, so maybe you want to try this and change yours up and see how this works, or use this to coincide with this battery promotion. But create a get ready for winter, fall-winter special. And what I like to include in that is a battery test. Well, that's probably already part of your courtesy inspection, right? If it's not, should be, think about it. A tire inspection, rotation, and alignment. Whoa, more on that in a second. An oil change? Obviously. Wiper blades. Huh, okay. And a courtesy inspection. Now, what does this do? Customers have a awareness of certain things, right? Now, we also have two things in this special that have printouts. Customers have an awareness that before winter, they should probably have the battery looked at. And the battery test equipment these days comes with a test printout. So we can print out a piece of paper from that little computer to show the customer the status of their battery. And the customer looks at that piece of paper and they go, oh wow, the computer says I need a new battery. I must need a new battery. You and I know it's not that simple, but guess what? It's third-party affirmation that I talk about in all these programs, right? That thing that printed out a piece of paper that's not a human, not trying to sell me anything, says that, and it knows more about my battery than I do, says that I need a new battery. Boom. Look, the alignment does the same thing. You can show them an alignment printout. No, most consumers have no idea what those numbers, letters, and colors on that alignment printout are. But that's not the point. They know green is good, red is bad, and we can sell an alignment. So when we do the alignment as part of the special, of course, we can show them the piece of paper, the before and the after. We also have the opportunity to get the wheels off the car and take a look at all the undercar components that are associated with the alignment. So we can possibly grow incremental revenue and gross profit there. Oil changes, of course. That's another easily recognized item that customers know they need. So they know they need a battery. They know cold weather is coming in many parts of the country, so they have an awareness. So the special will connect on that level. They know they need an alignment because alignment protects tires and makes their car go straight down the road. And for us, it can sell undercar components. So they're connected to the alignment as part of this special. So there's two things they have an awareness of. They know they're going to need an oil change. So look, even if it's December or January right now and they're due for an oil change, hey, you know what? I might as well have my battery tested, and I probably need an alignment as rough as these roads are around here. And then when do they think about wiper blades? Only when they absolutely have to have wiper blades, right? When they turn them on and, oh my goodness, I can't see anything. It amazes me the condition of some of the wiper blades out there, right? So we've got 4 touch points here that customers have a very high awareness of. Now, if you can offer this for the right price or as part of the right special, you will drive your customers to your store and you will make more money. All of these bring peace of mind to the customer, and you can save them an additional $25 should they need to purchase a battery during these 3 months of November, December, and January. It gets the wheels off the car, which helps you do a proper inspection and upsell, and then it builds that incremental revenue from those upsells. All right, so think about doing this. Now, you can also get creative with some of your marketing around this special. You can run a social media campaign. Maybe you use a countdown special. So, for instance, on Monday, you do this entire special for $49.95. What? Seriously? $49.95, Greg? Yep, $49.95. Because on Monday, we just want to get people's attention. Now, can they run right down and take advantage of it? Maybe not. But on Tuesday, it goes up incrementally to the point where by Friday, you're going to run this thing for, $199.95. So the hope is we want to get customers in Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and be able to get the wheels off the car, do the inspection, etc., and get them in at the point where the gross profit is there. It's not a price that they go, oh, I can't afford this. They're still excited about the prices, but you start to build some more gross profit. Maybe on Monday you don't make much gross profit, but maybe you sell a battery, maybe you sell tie rods, ball joints, whatever it may be once you get your eyes on the car. All right, so use the countdown special idea to create some urgency. You could also just promote a free battery inspection. Look, you have a slow day this week, put that out there on Twitter. Free battery inspection today only, and just see if you can get some bites. You should always make that battery inspection part of every courtesy inspection though. But hey, look, you know what? You get a really cold day or maybe the first really cold day of the season, throw out free battery inspection. Somebody that morning had some issues or they started to think they might have some issues. All right, so get creative with this. Pay attention to the weather. Use the weather to connect the customer with some of these components on their automobile. Don't just wait for it to happen. Don't wait for them to come in and say, hey, I need this. Go out there and tap them on the shoulder and say, hey, did your car start okay this morning? Yeah, it did this morning, but I don't know about tomorrow morning. Okay? You can promote just an alignment special or just a tire special, but use your social media to take advantage of some of these national promotions. Drive the customers in, take advantage of the weather this time of year, drive the customers in, save them $25, and look, you know what? You sell them a battery, here's what I want you to do. I want you to fill out that online rebate form. You fill it out, you take a picture of the invoice and the paper pad fill out sheet of paper you got to fill out, the rebate form I'm trying to say, and you upload those and you submit that for the customer. Think about that level of customer service. Nobody else is doing that, all right? But use these things to your advantage. Now, you're going to want more information on this. I know you will, so go to technetprofessional.com, click on Marketing Tools, click on Member Promotions from that, and once the Member Promotions calendar comes up, click on the November battery promotion. It will link you to the battery promotion page. Once you get to the battery promotion page, then you can link to the instructions to order the point of purchase materials, the posters if you want. You can download the images for your social media campaigns, and you can order the rebate forms, okay, if you don't want to use the online form. All right, folks, think about running a fall-winter special. Take advantage of this national promotion. Let your customers know you can save them some money. They're going to need some batteries. So get out there, keep up the great work, and never stop promoting. Hi folks, Greg Marchand here. Welcome to another episode of the Virtual Instructor-Led Training Program brought to you by the Service Sales Academy. In this episode, we're going to continue our sales process discussion with Ask for Feedback, step 3 of the sales process. Here's our sales process again, right? We've talked about listening. We've talked about the importance of presenting and explaining the options. And now we're kind of we're at a critical juncture here because we've kind of done our job. We've listened. We've presented and explained the options. The next big thing we need to do is ask for the sale. Wait a minute. We're asked for the feedback though. You're right. There's a reason for that. once you've listened, once you presented the options, and you're just about ready to ask, I want to stop. I want to pause. And I want to know, where is the customer in the buying process? Have they followed along with my sales process? No, not really have they followed along. Have I done a good enough job connecting my sales process to the customer buying process that they're ready to say yes? That's really what I want to know. This step is going to tell you if you're ready to move forward to your ask for the sale. It's your check on how well you've done and if you've missed something. Some sales processes, very popular sales processes, call it overcoming objections. Well, I might make the argument that objections exist because the salesperson hasn't listened well enough and they haven't presented and explained the options and connected them with the need recognition well enough that the customer feels comfortable saying yes. Really, if you do your job and you do your job well, there are no objections. It's going to be, well, yeah, I get it. Of course I would do this. Go ahead. But the reality is, none of us are that good, or very few are that good. Asking for feedback gives you an indication of where the customer is and whether we need to circle back around to something or not. If you know where the customer's at, you get a chance to make sure you get the sale. You see, I see this as a second chance. I see this as, hey, I think I did a really good job explaining this, and I met the customer's learning styles, at least as far as I know I did, and they should say yes because it's a no-brainer. Well, maybe it's a no-brainer, maybe it isn't a no-brainer, but I don't know. But if I can get some feedback on that before I go asking for the sale, I'm going to know exactly how to proceed. Do I go forward and ask for the sale, or do I need to step back? You see, you get a chance to get it right every single time. And this step of the sales process, as important as listening is, and it's tremendously important, especially for customer satisfaction, especially for efficient production, especially for getting it fixed right the first time, every time. As important as listening is, presenting and explaining options is really important, because presenting and explaining options, you've got to impart knowledge to the customer as to how that solution is gonna fit their need recognition and take care of that need. And you've got to know their learning styles, and yeah, that's really important too. So now what am I going to say? Step 3 is just as important? Well, it is though, because you know what? If you want to build consistency, you got to get every step right. Especially this step, because this step is a check and balance step. This step tells you whether you got to go back and try harder next time, go back and give them more information, or whether I can move forward. Don't ever skip this. Don't ever not ask for feedback, because it's your assurance that I'm going to get this right every time. So ask for feedback. Okay, well, how do I ask? Finish the presentation. Watch the video on listening. Watch the video on presenting and explaining options. Understand your presentation tools. Gather that important knowledge about what you need to educate the customer on. Make the presentation. And then pause. Watch during all of this the customer's reaction. Watch for signs of questioning, signs of concern, signs of, oh, they really do understand. Or signs of, they're saying they understand, but a look on their face tells me they really don't. If you can read the customer, you're gonna know which question to ask to really uncover where the problem is. All right, so you're going to present and explain those options as part of step 2. And then at the same time, you're watching your customer for these signs so that you know what kind of feedback you're trying to get from the customer. Because really, we want to know if it's a concern about money, about time, about even keeping their car, or is it they don't have enough knowledge to really make a decision here. Because each question you're going to ask next is going to be based on some of these observations. Now, you can prospect a little bit sometimes. Sometimes I'll ask the customer, what concerns do you have? And see if they'll spill forth their concerns. Oh, how much is this going to cost? Oh, it's an awful lot of money. Oh, I don't have the time to do this. Great. Now I know where I need to go before I can ask. That's an easy solution. Can I go ahead and have this done for you? No, that's kind of an ask for the sale, right? But it can also be a feedback question too. Maybe you don't know what other question to ask. Maybe you can't really tell where they're at. And so, you know what? Maybe I just move to ask for the sale and see what that gets me. And I'm kind of prospecting here. If that doesn't get me the answer I want, then now I need to really get back to the feedback step. There's an option here that appeals to you the most. That question is not only a question of choice, but it's a question of getting the customer to actually start talking. And sometimes that's just what you need to do, is you just need to get the customer to start talking so that you can figure out where these concerns are, where the objections are, where the customer is in the buying process. You know, you can use a whole lot of other ones too. You can use, what do you think? That's a general open-ended question. I used to use the second bullet point all the time. I would say to the customer, sometimes I get the question, what does an 02 sensor do from my customers? Would that help if you understood that? And I put it on somebody else, right? I say, a lot of my other customers, not you, but my other customers, they wonder about this thing. And it would open the customer right up. They'd go, no, I understand that part, but the part I don't understand is, because they don't like to say, I don't know. No more than you and I like to say, I don't know. And so it was a question just to get them to open up. A friend of mine used to use, would it help if I suggested what I would do if it were my grandmother's vehicle? And the way he said it and the way he looked when he said it, nobody would go, no. They'd all go, yeah. And he'd just look at him and go, I'd do it all. And they'd go, okay. It was unreal. But he would use that question to get at, look, you know what? If we were family, or if this were my car, you want to know what I would do? It's a kind of an honesty question, right? They're like, oh, he's going to be honest with me. Whether they really feel it or not. It sounds like you're about to be honest with them. Can I ask you what your hesitation is? Can I ask you what your concern is? Can I be honest with you? If this was my car, I'd want to do it all. But I get the sense that you've got a concern about putting this kind of money into your car right now. Yeah, I do. Here's what's been going on. You really want to get the customer talking so that you understand where they are in the buying process, so that you understand whether you can move forward or not. So use some of these. You can combine the two, the ask for feedback and the ask for the sale. And sometimes that works really well. Mrs. Smith, here's what needs to be done. I've got a technician reserved for you right now. The part can be here within half an hour, and I can have you out of here right on time. Can I go ahead and return your vehicle to normal operating condition? Can I go ahead and get this light problem taken care of for you? Can I go ahead and get this brake problem taken care of for you? And again, look, best case, they'll go, yeah, go ahead and do it. Boom, save myself a bunch of time. Or there's hesitation. And if there's hesitation, you know they're back there in the buying process somewhere. They're not up here with us at the ask portion. So this serves as a pause for you in terms of, did I do this well? Do I need to redirect things? Do I need to present something else? Do I need to uncover this concern that Mrs. Smith has while she's standing here because she didn't say yes when I asked? So there's something else there. And sometimes I just didn't do enough. Sometimes I thought I'd done a good job. Sometimes I didn't think there was anything else I could do. The customer just doesn't really know how to respond. Obviously, there wasn't enough information given. And I've exposed it. Maybe my ask for the sale exposed it. Maybe my asking for feedback exposed it. But no matter what exposed it, I now have a chance to recover from that. I now have a chance to recover. So get the customer talking. Get them to open up to you a little bit so that you can figure out where they're at in the buying process. If you really get the sense that they've got enough information, that they understand the options and the alternatives, that they don't have any major concerns, go ahead and ask for the sale. But if there's nothing but hesitation there, especially when you do ask for the sale, you need to quickly come back provide more information. You need to come back and connect the options that you've described to the need recognition. You need to come back and give more information about the options and how it's going to resolve the concern, and about why these are the best options. An example that I use in class a lot is a customer comes into this was a tire store. A customer comes into a tire store and they've got the newspaper ad, and they say, yeah, I want this tire. And the salesperson says, okay, I got that. And they disappear and they walk out. Here you go, $39.95. There was no process involved. There was no selling involved. You see, if there was a process and there was selling, they might have avoided some potential future challenges. Because in this particular case, the tire store advertised a $39.95 tire special just to get customers through the door. Look, it happens all the time. We all do it. Problem was, customer had Michelins on their automobile. That $39.95 tire probably was not going to satisfy that customer. But because we didn't have a process, because we didn't ask for feedback as part of our process, we're not going to know. What we really wanted to happen was, Mr. and Mrs. Customer, I have that tire, I have that in stock, I have 4 of those tires in stock, I'd be happy to sell them to you. Can I ask you a quick question? What do you have on your automobile right now, and what do you like about them? It gets the customer talking. Well, I got Michelin LTX on the truck right now. I love those things. They're absolutely awesome. I just can't afford to spend that kind of money right now. Well now. Okay, so since you have Michelin LTXs on your truck right now, I'm a little concerned that this $40 tire is not going to meet your expectations, especially if you tell me you really like how long these tires have lasted. Can I show you some other options that aren't quite as expensive as that Michelin tire, but may get you the longevity that you appreciate and like in that tire that this one may not have? Sure. Now we're in the sales process. Now the customers that need recognition with I need tires, that's why they showed up. That was kind of obvious. Now we can present and explain some options they have based on what we know is important to them, because we asked some feedback questions. I can explain the next option to them and then say to them, what do you think? I've got 4 of these in stock. I can even put these on for you right now. Road hazard, including lifetime tire rotation. Here's your price. What do you think? I'm asking for feedback. I like the price better, but I'm a little concerned about, all right, let's go to a different option. Because the feedback was, and in this organization, feedback was a part of their sales process. If the order hadn't just been taken, if they'd actually entered into the sales process, they'd had a satisfied customer and a higher gross profit sale. You need to think about this. Don't just take those orders at the counter. Use the sales process, every step of the sales process, including asking for feedback, to make the sale every single time, to make the best sale you can for you and the customer every single time. Ask yourself, did I hit all the learning styles? Have I mentioned the value enhancers? Did I talk about the nationwide warranty? Have I talked about road assistance? I talked about the network that we belong to as a TechNet shop. And make that warm, fuzzy connection for the customers. Did I talk about road hazard? I talked about our credit program. Did I do all of these things as value adds? So don't just ask the customer for feedback. Get feedback from yourself too, so that you can move on to that ask for the sale. If you've asked for feedback, you'll know whether you've done everything right or not. But you got to ask for the feedback. It's a great way to ensure your sales process is about to work and result in a yes. It works to uncover that missing information. It really works to make you a better and better salesperson, is really what it does. So make sure that you always ask that feedback question for the customer, to the customer, and to yourself. But ask it to the customer to figure out where you're at so that you can guarantee a yes in the next step of the sales process. Ask for the sale. Till next time, keep up the great work and never stop learning.